Happy 4th of July, everyone, and welcome to the launching of the brand new Bob and Company Live. This is the show about nothing, is how we're going to put it. And at this time, I would like to welcome my special guest, co-host for today, Randall Santa Checker Lee. Hello, Randy.
Hello, Sir Bob. How are you? Happy 4th of July to you and everybody out there. Happy 4th of July.
Well, same to you, brother. Good to have you on today. We're so excited about getting a fresh start here and moving forward. We felt that it was still important to come on Mondays and talk about the show for Tuesday night and any current events that may be happening, from now going forward. So I guess the first thing I really always like to talk about is the weather. How's the weather up there where you're at?
We're lucky. It's been a beautiful day. The last few days, the whole weekend have been in the middle 80s. And sunshine. There was a little rain Friday and a Saturday morning, but really, like the old-fashioned knock on wood, been a fantastic weekend for weather. We've been very lucky for a holiday weekend. I'll take it.
Yeah, we here in Texas, holiday 4th of July is always hot and dry, but gosh, man, this year has been such a dry year for the North Texas area and a lot of the South, even down to the coastline. In Texas is in either severe or extreme drought regions, and west of the Metroplex, gosh, they're worse than we are, but that's a drier climate out there anyway, and they're kind of used to that. But right here in North Texas, we have really been sparse on rain and could really use it. Everything's starting to brown up, and we're way behind, double-digit behind on rainfall for this year. Well, I'm glad you're having good weather up there. Gosh, we envy you guys up north this time of year. Of course, during the winter, we don't envy you at all. So
no, that's the roughest part of year is that winter. But when you made a comment about water, I think the same thing because I haven't mowed the lawn in a couple of weeks, so maybe we're a little low on water too. Then because I haven't gotten that mower out for a couple of weeks, so maybe we are a little low.
Well, that's a break and a reprieve, especially this time of year, because you just never know. All right, so it is 4th of July. We're glad everyone was able to jump in with us today on July 4th, 2022. I want to say hi to Rex Ray. We've got a few others watching. Now, we know that coming on today on a holiday, 4th of July, most folks are going to be out getting ready for festivities, fireworks shows, maybe having a picnic, going to the lake fishing, swimming. Folks are busy this time of year. It's the kickoff of the real summer season. But we're so excited to be able just to jump on today for a little bit, talk about a few things, and get this show launched, and then be back next week with more content. All right, so at this point, you got anything to mention about 4th of July festivities or anything in your area?
It's kind of crazy up here. We start festivities like a week early. Our major here in Detroit area is they do the Detroit fireworks, which goes right across the Canada-Detroit border from Windsor. That was a week ago because Canada's Independence Day basically was a week ago, was Canada Day. So we kind of celebrate in Detroit the same weekend, which is a weekend before. And in my local city, we do a couple days ago, but so they've been fantastic. The poor cats and dogs. That's the problem. They like to cower during all those fireworks though.
I hear you. And while we're talking about July 4th, we must mention more craziness out there today. 4th of July parade had a shooter from a rooftop, and the police are looking. This is in Illinois, and are still looking for the shooter. And so our hearts and prayers go out to those on a holiday. 6 people confirmed, but fatally shot. So, and 24 others injured. So keep those folks in your prayers, please. All right, so Randy, let's go on to trivia. Let's let Angela do the quick trivia commercial. We'll be right back on the other side.
Hey everyone, Elf Angela Mack here for Bob and Company Live. The show about nothing. Bob and Company Live is brought to you by Santa's Closet. Santa's Closet has been delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since 2004. Santa's Closet's main goal is to provide both a superior customer experience with tremendous value for their customers. Santa's Closet brings more than 400 separate products to the Claus community at a reasonable price. Don't forget to check out their sister site, MrsClausJewels.com, where Mrs. Claus Janice is a leading supplier for Mrs. Claus, elves, and Santa jewelry, knickknacks, and accessories. Both Tom and Janice are passionate about exceeding your expectations, bringing you products of unparalleled quality and design. Visit their sites at santascloset.org and MrsClausJewels.com. This is Angela Mack reminding you to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob and Company Live and today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
I want to thank Tom and Janice Cordemelia for their sponsorship on the trivia question for the show. And you will get a goodie bag of stuff that he sends out each week for the trivia winner. So, Randy, I'm going to let you have this one. Go ahead.
Oh, cool. Since it is July, this is a perfect question since it is Christmas in July. Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree? That was which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree? Since it is Christmas in July, what is
That's correct? And we have so many trivia questions through the last season and this season. It's kind of getting hard to find a good one out there that is not too complicated. We try to keep them fairly simple, but this one's not too bad.
No, it should be pretty good. It should be pretty easy. Just think of some music.
I think so. So, hello, Santa Tom up there in Vancouver. Of course, we got Rex Ray watching today from down in the upper Gulf Coast of Florida. Good to see you guys on a holiday. Hi, Jeff Ouellette.
Hey,
Good
Jeff.
to see you, my brother. Got you up there. And the trivia questions here. Hi, Bill Hampson. Looks like we got some answers coming in here.
Good.
So go ahead and keep throwing them answers in if you think you know what the answer to the trivia question is. And so now we're going to run the second promo, and we'll be back on the other side of that. Once again, thank you, santascloset.org for the sponsorship on today's trivia. All right, so let's move along, Randy. Let's talk about the Red Suit Conclave coming up that you're a part of, and your brothers in the Michigan Association of Professional Santas, MAPS. So I'm going to turn it over to you and let you tell us a little bit about the enclave.
Oh, thank you. Well, this is the 4th annual MAPS, Michigan Association of Professional Santas, Red Suit Conclave. It's held the first weekend in August. This year it's the 6th and the 7th. We're actually getting together on Friday nights if you just want to hang out at the hotel with us. But it's a fantastic weekend. There's 11 different classes, Saturday and Sunday, anywhere from learning about how to pose for photographers, some crazy questions, how you're going to learn some magic. There's classes, of course, for Mrs. Claus. There's a marketing class. It's 2 days of just classes. I hate to say like a Santa school because there's so many amazing Santa schools out there. But MAPS puts it on. And I shouldn't say the F word, but it is free. The classes are, you have to pay for your hotel and of course your food and all that kind of stuff. And but MAPS puts that on again. This is the fourth year we've done it up here. It's all put on by the members, the board and the members put it together. Incredible time. There's a few videos they're going out now to promote it. So hopefully you guys can join us. If you're in the Michigan Saginaw area, it's about right there. If people understand what Michigan means, it's about right there. Detroit is there. Saginaw is about there. That's just a Michigan thing. So but it's a phenomenal weekend. The biggest thing is the fellowship and hanging out with your brothers in red and sisters in red too. And of course, we all know that sometimes you learn more when you're hanging out and talking Saturday night or Friday night or over breakfast. You're chit chatting about what happened at an event, and that sometimes is just as important, if not more, than sitting through classes for 8 10 hours. We have a swap meet also. You can bring your stuff if you have extra clothing. Like last year since I lost a lot of weight, I sold a bunch of suits up there. I couldn't wear my old suits anymore, so I brought suits or other Santas that needed them. So um, we try to put a great weekend together. So hopefully you'll check on the different sites and give us a contact about it at michigansantas.org.
And the important part that you mentioned right there is when you get together and you sit and chit chat. That is always worth the price of admission, no matter what it is. As you mentioned, that's where you learn a lot. That's where a lot of your new ideas come from, and of course, those who have experienced new things or done things differently or had ideas that they branched off on and share those, as you and I were talking earlier about how well and how much sharing amongst the red suit community and how important that is that we all, there's plenty of business for everybody.
There's plenty of business.
Unclaimed every year. There's not enough Santas and Mrs. Clauses to go around. So, help out your brother, prop him up, and pass along some pertinent information and even jobs. If you have some gigs you can't fill, check with your brothers and sisters and see if you can help them out.
Because that's the MAPS thing. We are better together. Because and I know that I can only be at one performance at a time.
That's right.
And so I would love to be able to pass it on, or if somebody pass on to me or whatever, to another great Santa for them to work. To take care of a client, take care of a guest.
That's right.
And then making everybody happy. You made yourself happy, the other Santa, and of course the children and the families. So we got to work together that way.
I always say the beneficiary of everything that we do, no matter what it is, all falls back to the children and the families that we serve within our communities and beyond, really. And you mentioned, not being a school, but out of all of the chapters throughout the country and the associated to IBRBS, and then like you guys, you are not associated with IBRBS as far as the chapter, but there's a lot of other freestanding organizations like yourself or associations, and it still doesn't matter. It's still, you're giving pertinent information, and it's still educational. And every time you guys get together, that seems to be the one thing that you stress the most as a group is education, education, education.
Yeah, that is something that we have at MAPS on a regular basis, especially with the Zoom things going on. We had a storytelling, a 8-week Thursday night every week for 8 weeks, and then we had a recital at the end to what you did. And then we have a once a month. We get together once a month, the first Friday of the month, and get together and just chit chat with our brothers in red, chit chats with our sisters in red, just to, because Michigan's a big state. We can't, we got down in, let's say, Toledo, we can't go to the UP. That's a 6-hour drive, or so we do it on Zoom, and we stay connected like crazy. And there's always something that comes up, or a question, or the other day there's a local mall here in the Metro Detroit area that's looking for Santa. They're paying very well. Well, bing back and forth. That's going to help them all, and it's going to help a Santa out that he's looking for something. So stay open and stay connected to your fellow Santas. It's worth every second. And besides, it makes you smile and feel good after you do it.
Absolutely. And again, by finding a qualified Santa for that chair there at that mall, you're serving the community. The children that may not get to see a Santa can go to the mall and see Santa, and that is always important.
Again, even though we said last year we need Santa more than ever, we need Santa every year more than ever. Look what happened this afternoon. So sorry for those folks. I mean, that is horrible. That's why we need Santa on a regular basis out there, bringing joy, bringing cheer, trying to lighten lighten things up around there. We do. That's why
Absolutely.
it's so great to do.
I have found as a mall Santa, speaking of mall Santas, is my ability to listen. Used to I didn't pay that much attention when I'd get in general conversation. My mind would start floating. I wasn't really listening 100%. But boy, when you concentrate on those children, their needs, their wishes, if they have anything good or bad to tell you, you give them your undivided attention, and it really means a lot for those children.
Especially, I mean, it's all the ages, but then when it's in between that age, I've noticed that it's age that they're don't want to believe, but they do a little bit, and they need that support. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a 3-year-old or 83-year-old, but sometimes it's that middle age too that you want to. Sometimes they don't feel either they might feel a little cool, or maybe adults don't want to listen to them. And so you take that little extra time, and man, it just means the world to them. I mean, a couple of years ago, there was a young man. He was about 7, 8 years old. Same thing, maybe 9 at the most. And he was talking to me, and his friends, while they moved away, they walked away. And so he says, "Yeah, it's real." So when he goes over, we talk, and he goes over, yeah, he telling his friends. So it's like it just made his day. It just one more day, one more belief, one more happiness for him. At that age, somebody listened to him, Santa listened to him, somebody took time for him. And that's, now, of course, a couple of years later, he probably has moved on to that. But, I mean, we have to do it because that made him happy and smile and that joy and that wonder for a little longer. Yeah, that's our job. That's our job as Santa, to bring that wonder.
And that was the key, was to take the time to listen to that young man and help him through that day and maybe weeks and months to come ahead of that. One of the comments we just had, and this is something you and I were just talking about prior to the show back in the green room, is the comment was, worked at the mall last year and had a shooting right before we opened for the Christmas season. Yeah. Guys, I don't care where you're at nowadays. Me and Randy was talking about this. You've got to be on your toes even when you walk out your front door nowadays. It's everywhere. It's running rapid. It's anywhere there's a crowd, and the mall is one of those spots, and so always get with your security, no matter if it's a corporate event or if it's a outdoor event, or if it's at a mall or a box store, and put together a plan. Have a plan in your mind what you're going to do if something happens to break out or starts a fight on the set, or argument between couples, which has happened in proximity of my set before, not in the set, but close enough that you can hear what's going on because their voices get loud. But always have a contingency plan. Have more than one exit route in case a bad guy's coming from one direction. Always know where the unlocked doors are, and always know where a common place to go and meet up afterwards. That way, everyone that you're working with will be accounted for and safe, because in critical moments, seconds matter. They really do.
Yeah, it's years ago we didn't have to think about that. We really didn't. But now, the way the world is, everything changes. We have to put that as part of our package when we leave. We got our hats, we got our belts, we got our boots. We have to have a plan in case something like that occurs. I mean, we go there knowing answers for children that want to know how to bring mom and dad back. So that's just something else we have to learn and be ready for nowadays. It's just one more thing we have to be prepared for.
All part of pre-planning and making sure that you've got your list and have checked off everything important to that list. Now, real quick before we move on from the Red Suit Conclave, this is open to everyone in the Red Suit community, or just anyone that's interested in maybe becoming a Santa, a prospect?
Anybody what we say is a holiday performer. If it's a Mrs. Claus, Santa Claus, an elf, interested in becoming Santa, you don't have to be a member of MAPS to come to the event. We have a special sign-up sheet page on our website that's strictly for people that are not members. So it's open to. We have people coming from Arkansas. We have people come from Ohio. We have people come from all over. that are coming to the event. So it's not just meant for Michigan Association. That's who puts it on is MAPS. So, but it's open to anybody that has the love there for the holiday season and wants to learn.
All right, guys. So if you're within the area, driving distance, or it really doesn't matter. Just go and be part of this and enjoy the brotherhood and sisterhood. Now, I want to say hi to Ron McClam. He's over in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. They got a little rain here about a week and a half ago. He was excited, took a video. In the high desert, they don't get as much rain. They get quite a bit of snow and winter precipitation. But this is their monsoonal season, so the sky should start opening up for the desert Southwest. And on that note, the Colorado Basin is, we was talking about drought a while ago, the Colorado Basin is really suffering. West of the Rockies this year is in dire need of rain. I don't know how many of you have followed anything, the Colorado River being one of our largest rivers in North America, that feeds off the western slopes of the Rockies and goes all the way to the Sea of Cortez or different names for that down there, Sea of California. But there's two giant man-made lakes, two of the largest man-made lakes in the northern part of the country. Lake Powell, which is along the Arizona-Utah border, and that's east of the Grand Canyon. Of course, the Grand Canyon, a big part of what the Grand Canyon is the river and rafting and overnight stays on the river. But then you get down towards the Lake Mead, which is there outside of Las Vegas, and those lakes are down to record low.
Oh,
they filled up when they first started those lakes. So hopefully the West can get some rain, some snowpack this year, because most of that snowpack off the western slopes that's where it all melts and drains out to. But it's just been terrible out that way. All right, so Randy, let's move along. Let's talk about our upcoming guest for the Tuesday Night Live show. Excited. Always have great guests, great shows. You've got the list there in front of you. If you want to run through them quick, it would be wonderful.
Always been some fantastic guests, but starting tomorrow, July 5th, is Robin Farah. I hope that's right. I apologize, Robin.
Farah.
That'll be fantastic for them the 5th. On the 12th, we got good old Spangle. Don't forget, there's the flag. Spangle Cells, they're fantastic. I love the North Pole flag. Spangle will be in Branson on the 12th. Then the 14th, there's going to be a special Tuesday Night Live on Thursday night. So it'll still be a TNL, but it'll be a Thursday Night Live instead of a Tuesday Night Live. So that'll be a special one on the 14th. Especially, is it going to be from Branson, Bob? You can answer.
Yes, it is. Thursday noon is when the school opens up for teaching and runs through Sunday afternoon. Now, Thursday night after class, after dinner, because all your meals are supplied, your lunch and dinners, from dinner starting Thursday night on, Spangle has entertainment lined up. So Thursday night will be Joan Rivers impersonator, one of the top acts in Branson.
Can we talk?
Okay, exactly. And that's the first thing I'm going to ask when I do an interview with him. And then Friday night and Saturday night are Branson shows. Two of the top shows, rated shows, have won countless awards. That's going to be fantastic. One of those comes with a meal this year, a buffet, which is going to be really cool. And then Sunday night, he brings in a young Elvis impersonator. And Spangle has been influential in this young man's life as kind of like his older brother, stepfather type of role, and has helped see this young man from a very young age up to who he is now in his 20s. But he is one of the top Elvis impersonators in the country. Wins top 3, if not wins first place in most of the competitions across the country. And his name is Radney Pennington, and he is a fantastic. He not only does Elvis, what he will be actually performing as Sunday night at the School of Santas, but he also does countless other entertainers. And I got to tell you, if you get a chance, go over and check him out on YouTube, Radney, Radney Pennington. and put that name in, and you will see Conway Twitty. You'll see Roy Orbison. You'll see so many of the greats from that era. And he not only has the look, he has the sound. It's amazing. All right, so back to what we were talking about. That Thursday night will be a special. It's going to be, of course, Spangle will be there, and we'll be walking around getting interviews with all the participants and guests that we can grab and get a few minutes with, along with the entertainers that will be there, and, of course, the instructors for the different schools that will be there. Deanna Golden, Judith Broderick are two that mentioned. Derek Dugan will all be there. And so anyway, let's move along to the 19th, July 19th.
July 19th, then, is Darren Collins, Santa from Nairobi, Kenya. That's crazy, Nairobi, Kenya. Isn't that cool as can be? Darren Collins will be on the 19th. And then on the 26th is Santa Bruce from Ontario. He's a professor at Windsor Conservatory. He's a professor there.
Bruce Kotowich.
Thank you for the pronunciation. I'm not good at it.
Yeah. Real quick, let's jump back to Darren Collins. He is with a nonprofit that he is associated with and helped start Project Hand Up. He is a puppeteer. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a Santa. He's the only Santa in Nairobi, white Santa. He is from the Northwest, Seattle, Washington area. Been up there visiting for a couple of weeks with his family, but he's going to be heading back to Nairobi. So when we have him on the 19th, he'll be 7 hours ahead of us.
Wow.
Now we've done the Israel Santa, last season, and the time difference there is crazy, but he's willing to get up and come on and talk with us about his Project Hands Up, which is a fantastic nonprofit that he does there for the people of Kenya. And he has kind of turned into an agent and went out and recruited a lot of the local people, Santas, men to become Santa, and have taught them and put them in Santa gigs and different positions over there. So super, super nice guy. And really, I mean, he's got a story to tell. So we're looking forward to that too.
Great.
All right. And we mentioned Robin tomorrow night, Farrah.
Right.
She works with Howard Graham, Howie, as his Mrs. Claus. She has also worked in the past with other Santas. Kind of got her first Santa that helped get her started was Robert Murphy, Santa Bob, the Santa Bob, who passed away sadly last year, but highly respected in the community. Very nice, sweet man. Big loss to the community when we lost him. But anyway, Robin will be on tomorrow night. And then we talked about the 12th Spangle and Bob and Branson. That's kind of going to be a preview show for the Thursday night, 2 nights later. So anyway, hope that everyone can tune in and catch some of the stuff that we're doing. So
phenomenal lineup as always. I mean, just every week is something that you're going to get some fantastic information out of everybody, and it's interesting. Please join us.
That was the number one goal when we started talking about doing these programs, not only today but the Tuesday Night Live program. Is how can we give something to the community that is needed, that we can fulfill with content and quality people. And people who really have something to share, and how can we top a show each week? I mean, it's not that we're trying to top one show to the next, but I mean, each week it seems like we just keep trying to strive for more and more and more because we just want to continuously improve. If you stand still, you get stagnant. So we certainly didn't want to do that. All right, Randy, let's give the answer to the trivia question out at this point.
All right. Again, the trivia question was, what country started the tradition of decorating the Christmas tree? You remember I said something about a song, but it's the Old Christmas Tree was from Germany. Old Tannenbaum, it's Germany. So we'll find out who was on our list. That was the first one. I know it's different between StreamYard and Facebook to who it was, but
yes, that was
Angela's a genius on that, so she'll. I'm sure we got some great answers for that for Germany.
Something we ran into, early on in the show, both shows, is that there's a time lag, and so we kind of have to wait for the show to be over with, let everything get into the comments, and then figure out who the true winner by the timestamp, and then we'll announce that over on the Tuesday Night Live Facebook group either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Excuse me. All right. So if you guys have any questions for our guest tomorrow night, Robin Farah, submit those. Send them to me or Angela in a PM or however you want to reach us. If you've got my number, you can always call me. And we'll get those put out for tomorrow night. The script is done. It's a fantastic script. We're excited. Looking forward to tomorrow night. Looking forward to next Monday. We're going to be back here every Monday at 3 p.m. And Randy is going to be on more than not, if not all the time. We're going to have to discuss that after today's show. But what a fantastic co-host. I absolutely love having you here. And no better quality person. My daughter says, reach out to Randy, see if Randy will do it. So, Randyl, thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Thank you very much. It's just great being. Like I said, I'm just very thankful being a part of it, and very thankful really being a part of the Santa community. I mean, there are so many talented and nice people connected with. You got to give back, and you got to. It is really touching more than I ever thought years ago. You know.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And you're such an asset to the community, not just your community, but the whole Santa industry. And I got to tell you, there's no one better at uplifting folks than you. Every time I see one of your comments, I just smile, my heart races, and I say, what a quality person. Thank you for being you, Randy.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
All right. So, Rex Ray says, great job, Randy. And all right. So, everyone, we'd like to see you back here next week, 3 p.m. for Bob and Company live, the show about nothing. And, of course, that falls back to the old Seinfeld series. That show was known as the show about nothing. And I thought, well, hey, it worked for them. Maybe it'll work for us. So we thought we'd throw that in, spark some interest on some people who may not know who we are or what we do. All right. So again, Randy, thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for coming. God bless everyone. Happy 4th of July. Randy.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and most of all, stay happy.
Now, before we go, I do got something I wrote down here as a thought that I didn't put down, but I do want to grab it real quick and read it. It falls back to Monday here. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared for this. Remember, folks, if Monday was any other day of the week, it wouldn't have its own identity. Be you, be true to yourself, and be proud to be or to have your own identity. We all need a friend. Be a friend. And when I wrote that down, Randy, I was thinking of you, my friend.
Wow.
All right. Until next week. Tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Thanks, Randy, again.
Thank you, guys.
Soon. Catch that. The credits coming up here.